You guys beat Kent and then had the 2-game stretch against OU and Toledo. What went right tonight that maybe was missing from those 2 games?
Well, first off, just definitely our defense. We had a lack of focus after the Kent game. We established that as a team, and so we definitely wanted to try and pick our defense back up for these past couple games. I thought we did so.
Yeah, just basically what he said. We got to be in the gaps, and just rotating our defense is what really keeps our offense going, and so today was a big part of that.
When you mention a lack of focus after the Kent game, is that partially related to that game of so much emotion, or what would you kind of attribute that to?
Yeah, I would agree. There's a lot of emotions going on. Everybody's hyped. That's kind of like, and I wouldn't say our Super Bowl of our season, but it's a huge matchup for sure with the rivalry. And so emotions were definitely just at a high, and I think they dipped a little bit after that, and too high or too low is not where we want to go. We want to stay right in the middle.
Yeah, basically the same thing.
When Xavier's able to get to the line like that, just how dangerous can your offense be?
It can be real dangerous because then once he gets going, people got to start guarding him. People got to start guarding him more closely, and then once he gets the ball, it opens up a lot of gaps for us. Like once he start moving around, X gets the ball come off the screen, there's more people open on the backside. So it's just it opens up a lot more on the offensive side.
Yeah, I agree. X opens up a lot of stuff for us, especially when he gets to the free throw line. It provides points for us without the clock moving really, and so we're able to get ahead a little bit quicker. Rick did a great job on the board tonight too, so I would agree.
Rick got fouled a lot today too. So.
And just one more on what you mentioned after that Kent game. Is that a conversation that John has with you guys? Is that a player's conversation? Just what kind of happened?
It's more of a both. It's both, really. You know, our captain, like one of our captains right here, our captain is bringing the team together, and then, you know, the coach is going to always have, you know, what he has to say about that, but it's more keeping it in the players and having our leaders step up.
Yeah, I would agree. It's just about us getting together, figuring out what we're doing wrong, what our mistakes are, and then the coaches adding to what their points are of what they see from the film and stuff like that. So I thought we did a great job of figuring out what the issue was and solving it, really.
Obviously, great win for us. I thought offensively we were hitting on all cylinders other than a couple sloppy turnovers here and there throughout the game. Had the inside game working, the outside game working, thought we were good in transition, did a lot of good things on that end. Defensively, we were feast or famine. We either were really good or we were porous at times. I thought a few of the possessions we got sloppy. We gave up some layups. And if we're going to reach our potential, we got to be a lot more consistent on that end.
After the Kent game, you guys dropped games against OU and Toledo. What may have been missing during that stretch?
Defense. Yeah, defense. I mean, I thought we were better defensively tonight, and then part of it too, you know, obviously we have such a high bar and standard for how we play defensively, but the reality of it is that week we played the number one offense in the league in Toledo. That's also 13th in the country out of 368 teams. And then we played the number 2 offense in the league in Ohio, and that night they shot 65% from 3. You know, so give them some credit. I mean, those are really good offenses. We're not guarding bums. I mean, those guys are really, really good. You know, so but we got to find a way to be impactful when we play those good offensive teams. Obviously, we get another chance on Tuesday night to play an elite offensive team in Toledo.
Obviously, you want to get the win every night, but when you do face offenses like that, do you see it as beneficial of kind of testing you guys?
Yeah, for sure. And we've played really the hardest schedule we've played since I've been here. You know, we played five or six, whatever it was, top 100 net games in the non-conference. That's the first time that we've done that and really challenged ourselves. And then, you know, we've played league play. We had the first week we had to play without Castaneda due to injury. And some guys got some experience there. And so we've kind of dealt with a little bit of the good, bad, and the ugly. We've had a little bit of everything. I think good teams deal with all that well or try to and get to the next play or the next game or the next day. We've tried to do that. We've got really good leadership with Hankerson, Castaneda, Freeman, and Tribble. I mean, those guys are not only really good players, they're just great dudes. I mean, they're great leaders, hard workers, good people. Makes it fun to coach the team every day. You know, having those guys as our captains and our leaders, and then the other guys have been really good in that regard as well.
Xavier was 11-12 from the free throw line tonight. When he's able to get to the line like that, just what's that add?
Well, it just means he's being aggressive. He's at his best when he's aggressive, with always telling with purpose, and he's been very efficient. Whether it's he's having his best year of his career, South Florida or Akron, from 2, from 3, from the free throw line. I mean, you name it. He's gotten better over the 2 years he's been with us, and that's what should happen, right? If we're doing this thing right, he should improve and grow, and he's certainly done that, and has been certainly a big part of what we do.
Nate and Hank were saying that one of the differences between the recent stretch and maybe tonight was after the Kent game, they felt like there may have been a slight lack of focus after that game.
Yeah.
Just with all the emotion that goes into it. Can you just kind of share any conversations?
Yeah, I mean, it's hard. It's hard. It's hard. Hard to come back. That night was really a special night, and give our guys credit. Kent's a really good team, very well coached. Obviously, they're leading our league. They're up there with Toledo. So we played well that night. But I did not think our focus was where it needed to be that week after that. But that's on us. Now the question is, do you learn from it? I think that's probably what Nate and Hank are telling you. And I think we kind of turned the page this past week, obviously, here with 2 wins, and we've got to make sure that we're ready to go this upcoming week.
Just going into Toledo, do you feel like you guys are in a strong spot given your recent history and just how you guys played tonight?
Yeah, I mean, obviously it's a game 2 deal. They'll make some adjustments. We will too. They're really good, and they do a great job. So it'll take a heck of an effort on our part, and I think our guys are looking forward to competing against them. I'm sure their guys are looking forward to competing as well. And, we got a lot of prep to do here over the next, 24 to 48 hours, and try to get ourselves ready to go, our minds and bodies ready to go.